So we have tan plus tan over 1 minus tan tan. So I look at my formula sheet, and sure enough, and I'll write it out, tan of alpha plus beta says tan of alpha plus tan of beta over 1 minus tan of alpha tan of beta. And the only way that we can use these formulas is if they match up perfectly. If things don't match up perfectly and you start changing things, things are going to go bad. So we're going to, okay, so we got adding on top. So this looks like my alpha and this looks like my beta. And then I have 1 minus, and here's the pi over 6, that I said is my alpha and that's my beta. Does it match up perfectly? Yes. Excellent. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll mostly match it up perfectly, and you might have to factor out a -1 to make it match perfectly. This one matches perfectly. So I am allowed to, in part B, say this is equal to tan, take the right-hand side, and I switch it to the left side. Alpha was pi over 6, and beta was pi over 12. I can add fractions if I've got a common denominator. So this would be 2 pi over 12 plus pi over 12 added together gives me 3 pi over 12. Okay. Is 3 pi over 12 on your pie plate? Yeah. Because why? Because you can reduce it to pi over 4. And pi over 4 is on your pie plate. And so this is just equal to 1. Questions you can do for practice? Are 4 and 5. So what we're going to notice with these sum and difference identities is we have to recognize them, and then sometimes you'll recognize you have the left side and we'll want to change it to the right side. And sometimes you'll have the right side and want to change it to the left side. So we're going to see both kinds of questions. Sometimes it's helpful to take, like in these ones, they always gave you the right-hand side of the formula, and the left-hand side is considered the simplified side, because it's less things. The right side is big, has a bunch of things. The left side is little, so it's considered more simplified. Obviously, in this one, this looked terribly complicated to begin with. And the whole thing is equal to 1 in the end. That's much simpler. Okay? So the left-hand side is considered our simplified form, the right-hand side more complicated.